using a basic degreasing agent. The slide tracks here you should see all shiny black, get all the grease off. The important thing to note about the slide tracks is they have 4 exposed sides. They have the top, the outside, the inside, and underneath on the inside. And all 3 of those sides should be cleaned. See all that old grease coming off. One of the biggest mistakes people make when greasing a Fulcrum is they put too much grease on the Fulcrum without cleaning the slide tracks first. So they're just putting grease on top of grease on top of grease, and it builds up and it gums up in the Fulcrum assembly. So now that we've finished cleaning off the slide tracks, it's time to rebuild the Fulcrum assembly. So when you order a complete roller block assembly, it comes from the factory fully assembled. And the beauty of this is you can use it as your template to rebuild. When you tear apart the one, you can see what it's supposed to look like when you put it back together. So this is the fully assembled one. The first thing that I do when rebuilding a Fulcrum, I take the grease gun, put a little bit of grease on my finger, and I lightly grease the slide tracks. Just a little bit, less is more. The important thing to note here is you want to get all 4 exposed sides of the slide track. The top, the outside edge, the inside edge, and underneath on the inside. So there's 4 exposed sides of the track. The next thing I do is I take the slide bearing and I just put a little bit of grease on the bottom of this. This is going to be the part that slides on the track. I also like to put a little bit of grease on the anti-rattle clamp. This is the piece with that white Teflon, and this actually goes underneath the track. That's why you want to make sure that that's cleaned and greased on all 4 exposed sides. So I'll take my roller block and I'll put my slide bearing in there. I'll take the rubber bumper and set it into place. I'll take the anti-rattle clamp, set it on like that. I take my anti-rattle bolt and I just put the nut on a little bit. And now I take this and I hook the anti-rattle clamp just like that.